Follow news, learn English. 1. During a recent interview on the Today Show, U.S. President Joe Biden, 80, went further than his previous statement of intending to run for a second term in 2024. Additionally, he participated in an Easter egg roll event.
2. China ended 3 days of military drills around Taiwan on Monday, saying they had tested integrated military capabilities under actual combat conditions, having practiced precision strikes and blockading the island that Beijing views as its own. 3. China firmly opposes the visit of India's Home Minister to Arunachal Pradesh and sees his actions in the region as a violation of Beijing's territorial sovereignty, said a spokesperson for the Foreign Ministry during a news briefing on Monday. 4. Japan stressed on Monday the importance of peace in the Taiwan Strait during a meeting of senior Japanese and Chinese officials after Beijing held 3 days of war games around the island. 5. The Philippine president assured China on Monday that military bases accessible to the United States would not be used in any offensive action, stressing the arrangement with Washington was designed to boost his country's defenses.
6. French President Emmanuel Macron said that Europe should have an independent strategy regarding Taiwan and should not follow the policies of either the United States or China. 7. The president of Belarus told Russia's defense minister on Monday that he wants guarantees from Russia that they will protect Belarus if it is ever attacked. 8. Ukraine has been forced to amend some of its military plans due to a leak of classified U.S. documents.
9. A senior Ukrainian commander said on Monday that Russian troops were using scorched earth tactics in the embattled city of Bakhmut and destroying buildings and positions with airstrikes and artillery. 10. After 3 years since the coronavirus pandemic started, a rising number of scientists are thinking again about the risks of searching for unfamiliar pathogens and conducting other high-risk work globally.
11. After a rather varied career as an astronaut, chef, paramedic, skateboarder, teacher, beekeeper, and mermaid, it's only right that Barbie tries her hand at being a movie star.
Follow news, learn English. 1. The future is now. China, Russia revert to pre-1989 world and fundamentally challenge the US-led West. 2. U.S. President Biden is traveling to Northern Ireland to commemorate the 25-year anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement, which is an important event in the region's political history. 3. There is almost nothing that the polarized politicians in Washington can agree on these days. Bipartisan cooperation is extremely hard to find. But there is one issue on which just about everyone sees eye to eye. 4. Donald Trump's team of lawyers have requested to challenge the court's decision to summon ex-Vice President Mike Pence to testify in the Department of Justice investigation into the events of January 6. 5. The cities in Ukraine are being heavily attacked, while officials in the United States are urgently trying to find out where leaked classified documents, including plans for a Ukrainian counteroffensive, came from.
6. Leaked U.S. document says, President Abdul in February planned to produce 40,000 rockets for Russia and instructed officials to keep production and shipment secret to avoid problems with the West.
7. Chinese military exercises near Taiwan indicate that they are taking the possibility of a conflict seriously and are preparing to block the democratically governed island, according to analysts. 8. The Chinese Navy continued with actual combat training around Taiwan on Tuesday, state media said, a day after Beijing announced the end of drills and as Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen criticized China for its irresponsible behavior. 9. Russia is ready to introduce electronic military draft papers for the first time in its history in an effort to make it harder for men to avoid being drafted after the lower house of parliament gave its backing to the move.
10. South Korea denied the accuracy of a supposed leaked document that was said to be based on private conversations among its high-level security officials, calling the contents false and manipulated.
11. Pakistan on Tuesday condemned India's decision to hold Group of 20 meetings in the disputed Himalayan territory of Kashmir next month, calling the move irresponsible.
12. Jeremy Renner is the latest star to brush death. Leonardo DiCaprio was involved in a skydiving accident that put his life in jeopardy, and Orlando Bloom crushed his spine during a fall in 1998.
13. Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown appears to be engaged to her boyfriend, Jake Bon Jovi, son of John Bon Jovi, but fans think they're too young. 14. I begin my 58th year with nothing but sunshine and a smile, Poroskova wrote beneath a bird's-eye photo of her lying in bed, loosely wrapped in a sheet and cuddling a stuffed animal.
Follow News Learn English. April 12. 1. President Joe Biden visited Belfast to commemorate the 25th anniversary of peace and encouraged Northern Irish politicians to work together to form a government. He also mentioned that many major U.S. corporations were willing to invest in the region to boost its economy. 2. President Biden, who is proud of his Irish heritage, spent a short time in the UK, where he met with the British Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak. He then travelled to the Irish Republic, where he spent 2.5 days giving speeches and having meetings with government officials and distant relatives. 3. Former President Donald Trump criticized French President Emmanuel Macron for being too friendly with Chinese leader Xi Jinping during Macron's recent visit to Beijing. 4. French officials were working to control the damage caused by President Macron's recent comments about Europe's reliance on the United States and its relationship with China and Taiwan. These comments had created anger, division, and confusion among the public.
5.
On Wednesday, Ukraine compared Russia to the Islamic State and asked the International Criminal Court to investigate a video that had been posted online. The video showed apparent Russian soldiers filming themselves while they beheaded a Ukrainian prisoner with a knife. 6. Serbia, one of the only countries in Europe that has refused to sanction Russia for its invasion of Ukraine. Serbia agreed to supply arms to Kyiv or has sent them already, according to a classified Pentagon document. 7. The disappearance of a Vatican schoolgirl in Italy 40 years ago remains an unsolved mystery. However, on Tuesday, Her brother met with a Vatican investigator whom Pope Francis has given the authority to investigate the case thoroughly. 8. Former President Trump is taking legal action against his former lawyer, Michael Cohen, for over $500 million. The lawsuit alleges that Cohen violated their attorney-client relationship, gained unjust enrichment, and committed other offenses. 9. As the Republican 2024 primary race continues to heat up, DeSantis and his wife have been invited as special guests at the Feenstra family picnic. According to DeSantis, Iowa and Florida share common values such as freedom, protection of parents' rights, and prioritizing faith. 10. Governor Huckabee will sign a bill today that requires minors to get their parents' permission before using social media apps. 11. A fire broke out at a recycling plant that is known for being a potential fire hazard. The fire has caused dangerous smoke to spread, and officials warn that it could continue to burn for several days. 12. Arnold Schwarzenegger recently took action by filling in a pothole in his Los Angeles neighborhood. He had been waiting for 3 weeks for it to be repaired. 13. The palace has confirmed that Prince Harry will attend King Charles's coronation without Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle will stay behind in California with the couple's 2 children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Follow News Learn English. April 13th. 1. There is a full-blown investigation going on, as you know, with the intelligence community and the Justice Department, and they're getting close, Biden told reporters in Dublin. 2. The FBI has arrested a suspect, named as Jack Teixeira, who they believe is linked to a leak of confidential U.S. defense and intelligence documents. He is a 21-year-old member of the intelligence wing of the Massachusetts Air National Guard. 3. The Pentagon told a press conference the leak was a deliberate criminal act. The defense and intelligence files were leaked on the gaming platform Discord, causing panic among top U.S. officials. 4. At least 50, but perhaps more than 100, secret documents were posted on the platform. The material includes sensitive information regarding the war in Ukraine, as well as on China and U.S. allies.
5. Appeals court temporarily keeps abortion pills available but limits access. A Texas judge issued a ruling that would suspend Food and Drug Administration approval of mifepristone, a key abortion medication, as of April 15.
6. Lauderdale experienced the rainiest day in its history Wednesday, a 1-inch to 1,000-year rainfall event, sparking a flash flood emergency in Broward County that has prompted emergency rescues, forced drivers to abandon cars, shuttered schools, and shut down the airport through Thursday morning. 7. China will ban vessels from an area near Taiwan on Sunday because of the possibility of falling rocket debris, its Maritime Safety Agency said on Thursday, as Japan sought details from Beijing on a reported no-fly zone in the same location. 8. China's exports unexpectedly surged in March, with officials flagging rising demand for electric vehicles, but analysts cautioned the improvement partly reflects suppliers catching up with unfulfilled orders after last year's COVID-19 disruptions. 9. North Korea fired a new model of long-range ballistic missile on Thursday, South Korea said, triggering a scare in northern Japan where residents were told to take cover, though there turned out to be no danger. 10. Sister Wives star Christine Brown announced she's engaged to boyfriend David Woolley in an Instagram post, 2 months after revealing their relationship. 11. Friday Night Lights star Minka Kelly details shocking childhood, strip clubs, peep shows, and teen pregnancy. Follow News, Learn English, April 14th. 1. President Biden received a standing ovation after telling Irish leaders he wanted to lick the world with them during a banquet at Dublin Castle Thursday evening. 2. The chairman of the New Hampshire Republican Party, Chris Ager, has stated that the upcoming Amos Tuck fundraising dinner, featuring Governor Ron DeSantis as the keynote speaker, is expected to generate a new record in fundraising. This is seen as a potential boost for DeSantis, who is reportedly considering a presidential run. 3. The abortion pill mifepristone may not be available for months if limits on it set by lower courts are allowed to take effect, President Joe Biden's administration and the drug's manufacturer told the U.S. Supreme Court on Friday in a bid to defend access to the drug.
4. Experts say that the United States needs to find out how the Pentagon documents were leaked so that its allies can trust it again. The leak of these documents caused a lot of damage, including revealing important intelligence information and people that took a lot of time and money to find and protect. This has hurt national security and put the safety of intelligence workers at risk. It's very important that the U.S. does something about this quickly. Jack Teixeira. He is a 21-year-old member of the intelligence wing of the Massachusetts Air National Guard. 5. On Friday, China and Brazil agreed to establish a working group to collaborate on semiconductors. This comes as Brazil seeks to enhance its relationship with China in sensitive technology areas. 6. On Friday, European foreign policy officials issued a statement urging China to refrain from using force against Taiwan. This comes in response to recent threats made by Beijing towards the island, which is governed democratically. Some have criticized French President Macron's comments on the matter as being too soft, prompting a tougher stance from other European officials.
7. Britain should take action after a violent incident during protests outside India's embassy in London last month, India's Prime Minister Modi told British counterpart Rishi Sunak on Thursday. 8. Ukraine will test and use any non-banned weapons to liberate its territory, including Russian-occupied Crimea, the head of its National Security and Defense Council said on Friday. 9. France's Constitutional Council has paved the way for French President Emmanuel Macron to officially raise the age of retirement from 62 to 64 amid nationwide protests. 10. On Friday, a 50-year-old extreme athlete from Spain completed a 500-day challenge where he lived 70 meters, 230 feet, deep in a cave near Granada with very little contact with the outside world. 11. Many viewers of the popular TV show, American Idol, have criticized Judge Katy Perry for her harsh comments and critiques of contestants. Some have even compared her to the show's original judge, Simon Cowell, who was also known for being tough and critical. Follow news, learn English. April 15th. 1. On Friday, U.S. President Joe Biden delivered an energetic speech to a lively audience in his ancestral hometown in the western region of Ireland. The speech concluded a sentimental three-day official visit, ahead of what is anticipated to be a challenging re-election campaign in 2024. 2. A former Prime Minister of Israel has called on the United States and Israel to work together and present a united stance on the issue of Iran's nuclear capabilities in order to prevent Tehran from achieving its goals. 3. On Saturday, the German Environment Minister announced that the country's last 3 nuclear power plants will be shut down. He said, "Nuclear power supplied electricity for 3 generations, but its legacy remains dangerous for 30,000 generations."
4. People who encourage women to remove the hijab will be prosecuted in criminal courts and will have no right of appeal against any conviction, Iran's Deputy Attorney General was quoted as saying on Saturday. 5. A Brazilian Supreme Court justice ordered the federal police Friday to take testimony from former President Bolsonaro as part of the investigation into the January 8 attacks on government buildings in the capital. 6. On Saturday, during an event attended by the Japanese Prime Minister, a suspect threw a smoke bomb, causing the Prime Minister to be evacuated. The suspect was subsequently tackled to the ground by authorities.
7. China has updated its military draft policy to include veterans and college students. The new revisions were announced this week and state that in the event of war, those on the draft list will be notified. 8. Recently leaked documents contain assessments made by the United States military which highlight the precarious state of Taiwan's air defenses, the reduced amount of time they would have to prepare for an attack, and how China might use its space assets to further their objectives. 9. Across the country, teachers are puzzled by the sudden craze for playing chess among their students. The trend has been fueled by popular social media personalities, leaving teachers with mixed feelings of either disapproval or enjoyment. 10. Jack Nicholson, a famous Hollywood actor who is 85 years old, made a rare public appearance on a balcony in California. This is the first time he has been seen in 18 months. He will be celebrating his 86th birthday soon.